Once, a man was deeply interested in self-knowledge and self-realization. His entire search was dedicated to finding a master who could teach him meditation. He went from one master to another, but nothing seemed to be happening. Years went by and he became tired and exhausted. Then someone told him, if you really want to find a master, you will have to go to the Himalayas. There is a monk who lives in some unknown part of the Himalayas. You have to search for him. Nobody knows exactly where he lives, because whenever someone discovers his location, he moves even deeper into the Himalayan ranges. But one thing is certain, he is there. The man was getting old, but he gathered the courage. For 2 years, he worked to earn money for the journey, and then he set out. It is an old story. He had to ride on camels and horses, and then go on foot until he finally reached the Himalayas. He asked people about the monk. People said, yes, we have heard about the old man. He is very ancient. No one can say how old he may be. He lives somewhere in the mountains, but the exact location cannot be given to you. Nobody knows where you will find him, but he is there. If you search diligently, you are bound to find him. The man searched and searched. For 2 years, he roamed the Himalayas, tired, exhausted, and living only on wild fruits, leaves, and grass. He had lost much weight, but he was determined to find the monk. Even if it cost him his life, it would be worth it. One day, he saw a small hut on a mountain. He was so tired that he could barely walk, so he crawled to the hut. He opened the door and looked inside, but there was nobody there. And not only was there nobody, but it was clear that the hut had been abandoned for years. The man was utterly disappointed. Even the last ray of hope he had was extinguished. He came out of the hut and collapsed on the ground. Out of sheer exhaustion, he said, I give up. I don't want anything anymore. He laid there under the sun, in the cool breeze of the Himalayas. And for the first time, he started feeling an immense bliss he had never experienced before. Suddenly, he felt full of light. All his thoughts vanished, and he was transformed, and for no apparent reason, because he had done nothing. Then he became aware that someone was leaning over him. He opened his eyes. A very ancient monk was standing there. He was smiling. The monk said, So you have come. Do you have something to ask me? And the man replied, No, there is nothing left to be asked. Hearing this, the monk began to laugh. A great belly laugh that echoed through the valleys. He said, So now you know what meditation is. And the man responded, Yes, now I know what meditation is. If we see in our lives, we will find that meditation is a term we hear often today, but not many people truly understand what it means. Many people try hard to meditate, but they become frustrated when they can't focus or calm their minds. The truth is, meditation is not something you can force, but it is something that naturally happens when you are ready. In the story, when the man finally gave up his desires and said from the depth of his heart, I give up, I don't wish for anything, he experienced a profound transformation. All his efforts and goals disappeared, and in that moment of surrender, he felt a deep sense of peace and bliss. He became silent, without desires, and reached the ultimate depth of being. It was then that he truly understood what meditation is. Similarly, when we try too hard to meditate, we might struggle like that man. But the reality is that meditation is not about trying to achieve something, or seeking something outside of ourselves. It is about being present, letting go of expectations, and simply being. Meditation is not about doing anything. It is about allowing yourself to be still, quiet, and open to the inner peace that naturally arises when your mind is free from distractions and desires. So, when you sit to meditate, simply focus on your breath. Let go of any goals, desires, or wishes that arises within your mind. As you continue to practice this each day, without striving or expecting anything, there will come a moment when something profound will happen. In that moment, when you least expect it, the peace and contentment you have been seeking will gently unfold within you. You will then realize that the true peace and happiness you have always been looking for are not outside, but have always been within your own heart and mind.